day or evening, depending upon when you are tuning into this broadcast to watch this. I'm going to do my very best today to share a little bit about my thoughts on how you can make money from home using technology. I've got a powerful story to share with you, but here's what I would encourage you to do is that we're living in some crazy times nowadays, and I wanted to just briefly discuss who this video is for. There's a lot of you out there right now who are thinking, well, I don't have a business online, or I don't have anything like that. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I don't know if this video is for me. Let me address that first before I dig in. Here's what I want you to understand. This video is particularly for those of you who are maybe out there seeking different ways on how you can generate some more income. Maybe you're working full-time already, looking how maybe you can earn and create some part-time income from home. This is for those of you who maybe have 2, 3, 4 jobs right now, and you want to scale back down to one. Maybe you're a spouse and you want to figure out how to, maybe you're a single income household and you want to figure out how to bring in a few extra bucks to your house. Maybe there are those of you who are watching this right now who are starting to dabble and try to figure out the different ways. You've either got a friend or someone who's starting to figure out how to make some money using technology and online and the internet, and you're curious but don't know where to start. This is going to be a fantastic video for you. So here's what I would encourage you to do right now is feel free to share this broadcast no matter where you're seeing it. Do yourself a favor and get this out. If by chance you are an entrepreneur, you're a marketer of any sort, you're a small business owner, a network marketer, a coach, a mentor, a consultant, whatever, I would strongly suggest you also share this video, because this is going to help educate your audience. Maybe you've been preaching, you've been telling them that they need to figure out how to make some money from home, or you've been shouting it from the rooftops, but they're just not listening yet. You know what I've learned in the course of my entrepreneurial journey is sometimes listening to some information from a third party, meaning me, someone that your audience doesn't know yet. They tend to listen to a third party more than maybe you, right? Especially if you got family members and friends who are still sleeping on the idea of making money online or from home. I think it would be very, very beneficial for you to share this broadcast. I want to say hello. I've just pulled up all the comments here. You guys are going bananas. So I want to just say hello to a few of you guys just real quick. Yes, I was testing out some other software. We're still having audio issues with that. It's just driving me nuts. So here we are. We're just going to hang out on my profile today. I want to say hello to Heather and Leslie and Rebecca. Franca all the way from Nigeria. Good to see you. Debbie's here. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Lucian, my good buddy. What's up, my man? What's up? I appreciate you guys so much. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about how to make more money from home, or just how to make money from home using technology. In the comments section below, do me a huge favor. I want to kind of get a survey of kind of where you're at right now. Put a 1 in the comments right now if you're someone who is not yet making money from home. Right? Maybe you don't have any ideas. You don't even have any ideas what you could do. You're just kind of sitting there spinning like, maybe I should try to figure something out, but I have no idea what to do, where to start. Put a number 1 in the comment section. And then for those of you who are learning or figuring out, or are currently, have some sort of business to where you're earning some income from home, from using online, from using technology, put a number 2 in the comment section below. That would be super, super cool to kind of give me an idea of kind of where you're at. And it might help me to address a few questions for those of you who maybe have questions. I'm literally going to break this down for you guys here today. And again, this isn't just for those of you who have a business. This is really geared towards those who are maybe considering starting a business. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world today. That's not what this video is about. But this is about something serious. A quick story, my wife and I, we've been fortunate and blessed, so grateful to be able to work for ourselves, work from home, work using literally this thing and the thing I'm broadcasting from, my laptop, for the last 6.5, 7 years. It's been an absolute joy. There's been ups, there's been downs, there's been not so fun times, there's been some really fun times, there's been lots of learning lessons, there's been lots of successes and everything in between. So I'm not here to preach and say that having a job or something like that is bad or whatever. I'm just here to help educate, for those of you who are willing to listen, some of the benefits of figuring out and learning how you can start making, whether it be just a little bit of income from home or maybe eventually something full-time. That's completely at your discretion what you would like to do. But my hope and prayer is that you understand the power and the magnitude of doing so. No matter what your race, your gender, your background, your education level, degree, no degree, how old you are, doesn't matter. Does not matter. Okay. And so I hope that this message is gonna inspire you and give you some hope. So I'm gonna try my best to keep this short and sweet. I'm gonna try to keep this under I don't even want to say it, maybe 16, 17 minutes, somewhere in there. Typically my videos are anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes, but I got a lot to cover in this one. I'm going to write down some notes. How many of you guys are excited, eager to learn a little bit more? Also, real quick, after you guys share the broadcast, just let me know and just give me the hand raised emojis. Hallelujah, right? Praise the Lord in the comments below, letting me know that you shared this broadcast out. Okay, so here's the deal. I want to dig right in. Why would you want to start making money from home? I want to come up with a few ideas here, and maybe you find yourself in one of these situations. Why would you want to start making money from home? Maybe one of the benefits is literally I feel that my wife and we have literally kind of created our own economy. Now, again, I'm not sitting here downplaying the economy or where you live or what you do. To heck with all that. All I'm saying is I feel over the last 7 years, no matter what the economy itself outside the four walls of our house, no matter what's going on outside, we feel like we've kind of created our own economy. And whether it goes up or down is in our hands, not anybody else's. This is something that I feel so very powerfully in just ecstatic about. Like, I'm so passionate about that. We feel like we've literally created our own economy. You know what I'm saying? Second is it could give you the flexibility. Maybe you don't have any flexibility in your schedule right now. Maybe you don't have any time freedom. And I'm not talking about time freedom like you're making millions traveling the world on private jets. Like, to heck with all that. That's not realistic for most folks who are considering working from home. But just time freedom. I'm talking about, like, you know what? If your kid has baseball practice or your daughter has gymnastics practice, and instead of not attending, right, that you can just be like, you know what, hey, I'm going to take the rest of the day off. I'm going to go hang out with my kids and watch them, at baseball practice or at gymnastics practice, right? Maybe a good friend of yours is going through a difficult time and calls you up randomly one morning and is like, I really need to talk. Can you meet me for coffee? Instead of saying, no, I can't. I can't. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You know what? I can stop what I'm doing right now and I can go meet you for coffee. Little things like this can go a long way, right? Okay, but I don't want to neglect the fact that working from home is a breeze and it's so easy or whatever. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to be transparent. It's a lot of hard work. It's hard work. Of course it is. But the flexibility in which and how you choose to work can be so powerful. Say yes in the comments if you guys agree with that, right? Some other benefits. One income alone. This is me speaking. The year is 2020 of this video, no matter where, when, or wherever you're watching this. You might be watching this in the year 2030 for all I know, checking out Coach Fryer's YouTube channel, right? Okay, but in the year 2020, here's what I know to be true today is that one income alone in a household is very tough to live on nowadays. Would you guys agree? Would you guys agree that one income to live on per household for most people nowadays? I know there's lots of single income households out there nowadays, especially with just what's going on out in the world today. And so it's, a lot of folks are having to peel the reins back, right? Because living off of a single family income can be difficult. A couple other benefits of why you should start considering to make some money from home, right? Is write-offs, owning your own business versus having to maybe go get a second, a third, or a fourth job. Again, am I telling you to quit your current job and just work from home? Absolutely not. I hope you understand that's not my point here. If you have a current career and a job and you love it, then by golly, like just do it to the moon, right? I've got some friends who are nurses and lawyers, and I could go down. They love what they do, and that's fantastic. That's amazing. I always just ask them, why not consider figuring out how to make a secondary source maybe of income from home? But we'll get on to that later, right? Okay, a couple other benefits. Listen, you're already online every single day, aren't you? I'm curious real quick, how many of you, right, just give me a number. Just give me a number. You got to be honest with me. How many times do you check Facebook per day? I'm just curious. This is a moment. This is a time for you to be honest and transparent with me. How many times do you check Facebook per day? Right? A lot of folks out there nowadays might say, or might kind of brainwash themselves and think, well, I don't have time to figure out how to make money from home. I don't have time to figure out technology. And my simple rebuttal is, listen, how many times a day are you checking Facebook? Like literally, we could take that hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, some of you 4 or 5, 6 hours a day that you're scrolling the newsfeed and turn that into you educating yourself and learning how you might be able to turn this into a few extra dollars per month. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest with one another. Okay. That's just an excuse. Okay. One more benefit that I really want to speak passionately about for just a moment is another reason why I think maybe starting to make money from home would be a wise decision is for you to understand that, listen, just because you want to make money from home using technology, it can't just be about money. For those of you who are thinking about, venturing into some ideas, and I'm going to give you 3 simple steps here on what I feel the process you should go through. I'm going to keep it very, very simple, especially for those of you who are new. That can really, really help you out. Okay, but it can't just be about money. We've been in this entrepreneurial space now for over 12 years. We've worked full time from home for the last 7. But you know what? Deep down, our ultimate goal, our ultimate dream, our ultimate why was to be able to be at home and raise our kids. I wanted to be incorporated into their lives every single day, not miss out on the assemblies and the band concerts and the gymnastics practices and just the funny moments that our younger kids are going through day in and day out of just us being here. You know what I'm saying? So that was a huge driver for us. But along our journey, we got introduced to the network marketing space and now running a coaching and mentoring business. Is your goal can't just be about money. Our bigger goal is to make an impact in the arena of entrepreneurship, of network marketers, of small business owners, of those wanting to figure out how to make some money from home, right? I focus on how we can make an impact, and in and through focusing on making an impact and serving that community, those niche of people, the income will follow. So can you make money from home using technology? The answer is of course you can. Should you? Well, Coach Fryer's stamp of approval, I'm sitting here saying that I highly recommend you do so. All right. How many of you guys are ready for me to give you 3 simple steps to go through? Let me know in the comments below if you guys have already shared this broadcast out. Has this been helpful so far? Put some things in perspective. Let's talk about this for just a moment, shall we? Let's talk about this. So I want to give you 3 simple steps. For those of you who are maybe brand new, you're considering it, you don't know where to start, I want to just break down something simple for you. If you're someone who already is in business, you already promote a product, a service, you're a coach, you're a small business owner, you run a boutique, whatever it is, this message is going to be really helpful for those in your audience. So feel free to get it out, right? So step number 1, excuse me. Step number 1, in my own humble opinion, is you need to decide and or define what area that you are most passionate about. What do you have an interest in personally, right? Okay, so we're going to say define interest. You need to define your interest. Okay, for us personally, we were in we were in the network marketing space. How do we end up landing in the coaching arena? Well, we were in the network marketing space for 8 years, built a couple of really successful businesses, had lots of fun, impacted a lot of folks, right? And then it led us into the coaching and mentoring and consulting space. You know what I'm saying? So, define or deciding what you're most passionate about. I'm sitting here preaching to you that I have a passion around helping entrepreneurs and small business owners and network marketers and everything in between, right? I've got a huge passion for helping them, no matter where they're at in their journey, just getting started, don't know where to start, need some help or some tweaks in their current business to scale their business, whatever. And then couple that with social media and technology and online and that whole thing. So I'm super passionate about these two things. Hence, this is what I do. I help those who are out there, seeking, trying to figure out what it is they can do, how they can figure out how to make an income from home. That's what we do, right? It just makes sense. Okay. So I don't know what that looks like for you. Maybe your interest, or maybe you're passionate about makeup. Maybe you're passionate about health and wellness. Maybe you're like someone like I have some family members who, I won't say names, but I have some family members who are daycare providers, right? And they just have an incredible amount of knowledge around running and operating a daycare, an in-home daycare. Maybe parenting is your jam. Maybe you have 1 kid, 2 kids, 5 kids, 10 kids. I don't know. Parenting is your jam. Maybe you love to garden. Maybe that's a little hobby of yours, an interest. You're passionate about it. You're all things gardening. That's just your jam, right? Maybe swimming is your thing. Maybe you're really, really good at swimming, and maybe you currently help instruct little kids how to swim or whatever, right? Maybe if you're like me, maybe it's golf. Maybe you like to golf. Maybe you have an interest in golf and you're really savvy on that, and you can help some folks out when it comes to golfing. So these are just all kinds of random ideas. I'm curious, leave me a comment down below. What is an area that you're passionate about, that you have an interest in? For those of you who don't have a business from home yet, that you're sitting there thinking to yourself, well, oh my gosh, well, I actually love to do this, or I could see myself doing this, making an impact in this arena, or this, what have you. So that's where you need to start, right? That's where you need to start, is define your interest. Is that helpful? Put a number 1 in the comments. Is that helpful? Okay. Step number 2 is this. Step number 2. Any guesses? Step number 2 is choose your path. Choose your path, or choose your vehicle, right? Choose your path or choose your vehicle. Okay, there's lots of different ways to make money from home using technology, right? Don't let the excuse of, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start. By golly, there are a gajillion different ways to make money from home nowadays, literally at your fingertips. I know there are so many different options. I just want to throw out just a couple, just a handful here to just kind of start getting the wheels turning for you, right? Okay, option number 1, it could be maybe you representing a product. Maybe you tried a product, you liked it, you got some results, and now you want to go out there and share this product with other people, right? Obviously the network marketing model or the affiliate model is really, really fantastic when it comes to you. Maybe, not knowing where to start, you can start very, very low risk, little to no overhead, probably, $100 to a couple of $100. You can literally start your own business. I mean, I don't know, but this suits so many folks out there nowadays. This is why we started in the network marketing space. So representing a product or a service, right? Very, very powerful. The second option, launch your own educational course. How to make money from home using technology. Maybe you have some knowledge about running a daycare or swimming or golfing or, gardening, for example, and you've got a couple of things that you're really knowledgeable about, right? Okay. Putting together a couple of items, right? A couple of training videos or whatever, and putting it out there and actually selling an educational course, helping people learn how to grow an organic garden from home. Like, I'm just thinking of ideas here. Very, very powerful. There are huge markets for educational, informational content and online courses nowadays. Does this make sense? Okay. Now, I'm not suggesting you do all of these things. I'm just giving you different ideas of, what's going to resonate most with you. Third option is, something like what we do, a coaching or a mentoring or a consulting business, right? So many different areas of folks out there who are seeking coaching, seeking mentorship, seeking consulting. I was a professional baseball player for 8 years. I've had a coach my entire life, right? There's a huge need for those who have some knowledge and wisdom in a specific area, and folks looking for some opportunity to hire a mentor or work with a coach to help them achieve results faster. One other option might be e-commerce. Right? We see e-commerce and Amazon and all these other opportunities. People are creating businesses out of literally thin air. It's crazy. I got a couple of friends in the e-commerce space. I mean, they're doing incredible things. It's just crazy to see the options, right, that are out there for everyday folks like you and me. Okay, was this helpful? Okay, put a number 2 in the comment section. So number 1, you need to define your area of interest, something you're excited, you're passionate about, right? That you'd love to pursue. Step number 2 and how you can make money from home and turn this into making some money, right, is you need to choose your path, choose your vehicle. Okay, how are you going to represent? How are you going to get this thing started? Where are you going to start? Right? Okay, I highly suggest starting with something that's lower risk, lower startup cost. Most people nowadays, they don't have thousands and thousands and thousands of extra dollars laying around to go start this huge brick and mortar business. And this is why I'm such a huge fan of technology. A lot of the different options, a lot of the different paths and vehicles that I just mentioned, right, are literally pennies on the dollar for you to literally be up and started in your own business. Okay. Lastly, I want to talk about step number 3. Step number 3 is, okay, seek mentorship. Doesn't it make sense? Doesn't it make sense that no matter which business venture or idea or path or vehicle that you venture into, that you seek out mentorship for that specific area? Doesn't it make sense? I know we've served lots of network marketers in our career. You know, most who enter that space have never done anything like that, and they're expecting these huge, awesome, crazy, audacious millions of dollars to be making by the first couple of weeks. It just doesn't work that way, right? We've been so fortunate and blessed to be able to mentor so many who have chosen that path as their first place to get started. All right, but here's a couple of things that I would encourage you to consider. Okay, is number 1, be sure that whichever mentor, and there are so many incredible mentors out there in all different spaces, all different genres, niches, you name it, right? Okay, but be sure that they have done what you want to do. If you want to be a coach, make sure that you hire a mentor who has created and done what you want to create, right? Don't take advice from someone who's never had a coaching business, right? That would be like taking financial advice from someone who's broke. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. Does this make sense? You know, for e-commerce stuff, right? Okay, I'll just give you an example. I'm not versed in e-commerce. I'm not, if you wanted to go into selling stuff on Amazon and all that cool stuff, I'm definitely not your type of mentor. But you know what? I've got a couple of buddies who have made millions in the e-commerce space, and I would probably recommend you to go get some coaching and mentoring or a course from them. Does this make sense? Okay. So be sure that whichever route you choose to go, maybe it's building a network marketing business, you want to build online, right? That's our area of expertise the last several years, is helping and serving those folks. Okay, a couple other ideas why seeking mentorship is invaluable, right? It's going to help you shrink your learning curve. Do you want this to take another 5, 8, 10 years to figure out, or do you want to compress that into the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months? You see, most people nowadays, they want to go fast. They don't want to take this forever. Another thing, drastically reduce the amount of mistakes. How many of you have made mistakes in your business and you're just like, oh my gosh, that was silly, that was dumb? Seeking mentorship can help you bypass that, whether you've ever had a business from home or not, okay? A couple more quick points, we're going to finish up. Get results faster. How many of you guys would like to go faster than slower? How many of you guys would like to make something happen? You'd like to, get a business started or start making a little bit of extra income in the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months. You don't want to have to wait a year, 2 years, 5 years down the road, and then you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs thinking, oh my gosh, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Lastly, I want you to understand when it comes to seeking out mentorship, that this is a natural cycle of life. I shared how I've had a coach my entire life. I'm a current coach, mentor, consultant. Yes, I have a coach. I've had several coaches and mentors, right? And we just hired another new coach a couple of months ago. Like, we're always looking and seeking more ways to invest in ourselves, seeking coaching, seeking mentorship. So put a number 3 in the comment section if that was helpful. If you're someone who's considering or looking to start a business, or you don't know where to start, what have you, I would highly suggest that you take a picture or take a screenshot of this and then go through some of this things. Start, get out a blank piece of paper and start brainstorming some of these thoughts, some of these ideas of what's going to suit you best, what's going to be helpful, how you're going to start figuring out, right? Rather than waiting until it's too late. Okay, you're going to start figuring out, you're going to spend, 30 minutes a day or an hour a day right now. You're going to maybe turn off the TV, not watch as much, right? You're going to stop scrolling the newsfeed for hours upon hours, and you're going to invest a little bit of time, energy, and resources into figuring out how you can start generating an income from home using technology. You guys, we're in a pivotal point in life right now, with just all that's going on in the world, with the opportunities that each and every one of us have literally at our fingertips. Right now is a very, very crucial time. No matter your age, no matter what kind of income you make on your job, none of that is all irrelevant. Each and every one of you has the opportunity to figure out how to do this just like we have. And if by chance there's any questions you have that we can best help answer, I just want you to know that my wife and I are an open book. We'd be more than happy to lead, guide, direct your steps, even if it's just some simple questions, point you in the right direction. Anything we can do to best serve you, feel free to reach out. My hope and prayer is you got some value from today's broadcast. God bless each and every single one of you. Today, we are going to prepare to impact. We'll see you next time. Take care.